Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And good morning and welcome to another edition of the ICC Hour, here presented by Renaissance Bank, the best bank in the South. Visit renaissancebank.com. Also, don't forget about renaissancennation.com. A lot of cool videos there. They got those SEC shorts you see each week, so go visit those two websites there. So, today is Tuesday, October the 8th. So, we're zipping through the year. We're going to dive right into the show now and welcome Coach Michael Nanney to the show. And Coach, coming off homecoming, coming off hosting a golf tournament this weekend. It's been kind of a busy week for you.
Been very busy. We had the opportunity to go down to River Birch and play that course. It's always a blessing, for a golfer to go play a course as nice as River Birch and compete with other schools in the MACJC, and just a great weekend.
And of course, I know you're the golf coach, but we're not talking golf today. We're actually going to talk about one of the new club sports here at ICC, and it's you got a meeting coming up here pretty soon, and it's archery. So before we get into the details of the meetings and everything, something new at the college, trying to expand some opportunities for students to expand their opportunities in the academic through athletics side of things. So just kind of talk about the whole getting the archery team together and the process of that.
Well, we've and it has been a process.
Yes.
It's college archery. There's a lot of different dynamics to it as far as the type of bow you shoot, the type of arrow tips you use, and the type of targets that you shoot at. Mm-hmm. So it's took us some time to get all that information together and sort of find out on our junior college level what we're going to be shooting. But Monday, October the 7th, we had a meeting, and we met with our archers, and so we're in the process now of getting practices set up and getting targets in, and right now we're scheduled to go to a shoot on November the 2nd down in the Jackson area somewhere. So
gotcha.
We'll find that out this week also, but a good time, and and I just encourage any archers that weren't at the meeting or interested, may have been off campus for some reason. If you'll reach out to us or find one of the other archers, we'll be sure to find ways to get you involved.
Well, Coach, you talked about it, so let's talk about the dynamics of archery on the college level. Of course, it's a sport that's growing rapidly on the high school level. We've had some kids win state championships within walking distance of the college. Well, not walking distance, but
pretty close.
Pretty close. But talk about that. What type of bow do they use? The arrows, and just for those that may not be too familiar with how the archery program will work, kind of just walk them through that.
And again, a lot of this is new to me.
Yeah.
But in high school they use what's called a Genesis bow, and it's a type of bow that it's a beginner type bow, and we will be using the Genesis bow some in some of our shoots, but we'll also be using more complex bows, compound bows, different type of bows that have sights. You can use those in college shoots. That'll be different. The arrows' weight will be a little different. It's really, as far as how the junior college shoot's going to be set up, it's going to be set up for people that like using the bow they used in high school. Mm-hmm. You would still be able to use that bow for some components of it, but for a lot of the components of it, you you're going to have to move up to a more complex type
Gotcha.
bow system when you do it. The chutes will range from indoor targets, outdoor targets, and then what I think a lot of our students will probably find themselves gravitated toward will be the 3D chutes, where, where you have 3D targets, deer, turkey, whatever out there that's part of the competition. So, in high school, all chutes were indoors, and when you get to college, that turns into indoor, outdoor chutes.
Okay, so obviously this is new. It's a club sport, kind of like the bass fishing club. Right. So what's the competition level? I mean, are you competing against people at Ole Miss, Mississippi State like you are, or
I think
bass fishing, or
what the state is trying to do this year is set up a junior college level chute.
Okay.
Now, I know in November, from what's being set up right now, there may be another 4-year college or two there, like Mississippi College. I know they have archery also. So, they could be there. But now, I think when you talk about shoots in the spring, or if we make any national shoots, I think you are talking about 4-year universities like State, Ole Miss, and other universities throughout the nation.
Gotcha. All right. So, how did you get into this?
Well, it's interesting because anybody that knows me, first of all, they know I'm not a hunter.
Right.
I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I've never been a hunter, but being in education, I saw the interest in archery when I was working at the K-12 level. Being in Itawamba County, we had 3 schools that have won state championships in archery, and then I knew we had other schools close by, Saltella, Hatley, other schools like that are highly competitive. And so that told me that we obviously had a lot of kids on campus here at ICC that would be interested in continue their involvement in archery. There's 4-year universities around us that give archery scholarships. So I think if we have a program, maybe it'll open opportunities up for our kids, one, to be involved in something that they enjoy.
Right.
And two, if they want to move on to one of the colleges that offer those scholarships, it gives them another opportunity to help pay for their college education.
Absolutely. I know there's been some guys with the bass fishing team or the club that have been able to move on and get those scholarships elsewhere. So all right. So again, you had the meeting yesterday. Still opening for those people that are interested as well. So. So what would they need to do? Come find you, or of course, obviously, we'll have some information on letsgoicc.com. But
letsgoicc.com. If you can't find me on the archery, look on the golf page.
Yeah.
And shoot me an email. jmnanney@iccms.edu. And I've tried to answer everybody that sent me an email.
What's been the response? I imagine when it first started, it's been crazy.
It's been great. It really has, and and that's been part of what I've been trying to figure out is how are we because I'm the kind I want everybody that wants to be involved to be involved.
Right.
But I also understand logistically that sometimes that's not possible whenever we start going to events. So usually what happens at an event, you end up carrying about 10 to 15 students to an event to allow them to compete. From the early onset of this, what I'm expecting though here on campus is when we set up our range and allow people to come shoot, it's not going to surprise me if we have 40 or 50 at a time there, because we're going to have a schedule and set up different times and allow sort of work with people on having the range set up indoors and we're hoping, not hoping, we know we will have our outdoor range also that we're going to set up out at our out in that fitness area out by the waterway that the college has. That's where we're looking at setting it up in the spring.
Well, that's awesome. Now, of course, a lot of people say 40, 50 It might be a little bit of a lofty number. They didn't see the amount of kids that came through here for that high school event we hosted.
No.
What do we have up in that? I mean, it was like they would just never stop coming through.
I think over 3,000 students shot over those 4 days. And what's amazed me about the interest you're talking about, I also receive emails from students that say, look, I didn't compete in high school, but I always, wanted to try it.
Right.
And so I know there's interest out there, and of course some of them would be like me. It may be something they want to try. Then once they tried it, it may not. But it may not be for them, or they may fall in love with it.
Right.
So we just want to make sure we offer opportunities, because I always go back to sort of Dr. Allen and what he talks about. I think we have to do a really good job serving our community, and there's no doubt archery is a big part of our community.
Yes.
So I think this is a way we serve it.
And I think that is a unique way to serve it as well. It is offering opportunity that not a whole lot of schools. You may or not know right off the top of your head how many JUCO schools do offer this.
Honestly, the right now the only other school that is actively doing it is Co-Lin.
Okay.
Southwest did have one, I believe. But I know there's interest out there with other groups, and and I think that sort of like we are with volleyball right now, I think we're sort of on the front end of archery also.
Awesome, and of course I want to ask this because there might be some people curious.
Yes.
With it being a club sport, not a NJCAA sanctioned sport, is there scholarship opportunities or not?
At this time, there are not like actual per se athletic scholarships. Okay. But I do know that the Scholarship Foundation, they have voted on some things that will allow us to offer some small club-type scholarships to people that are coming in or people that are on the team. So not necessarily per se scholarship, but there are some small. There would still be scholarships, just not athletic scholarships.
Yeah, just not athletic scholarships.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. And of course, if you would like more information on maybe how you can contribute to that scholarship fund, visit iccms.edu, go to the foundation page. Michael Upton, Jim Ingram, Tilda Bushline do a great job there. They'll be happy to help you. All right, Coach, I know, in the middle of golf season, getting archery fired up. Ole Miss is playing now. So anything else you want to add to your busy schedule?
No, I'm good. I don't want to add anything, but no, seriously, I've enjoyed it. I mean, I have. We've got great kids here on campus, and the young men on the golf team are quality individuals, come from great families, and the people that I've met so far in archery the same way. I do want to throw out a thank you to the Mississippi Department of Wildlife. Yes. John Boyd McPherson and his group have been very involved in this and will give us the support we need for this to be successful.
Yeah, and they were all hands on deck whenever we hosted the high school event as well, and I know they're excited for this opportunity to grow this sport. Coach, appreciate what you're doing. Also, Dr. Allen, everybody that's embraced this to not only just offer something new to the college, and maybe even, you never know, there might be a kid at home that's like, college is not for me, but, oh, wait, I can go archery and go to college and then still get that education.
Definitely.
So, well, Coach, appreciate you taking time out of your morning to talk to us. We're going to come back with more of the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank right after this.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women in the communities they influence every day.
The Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that!
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seed.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our priority. With a 20-to-1 student-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Apply online today at apply.iccms.edu and come be a part of our ICC family. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM, your new home for the ICC Hour and ICC football. And now we're going to step inside the ICC Spotlight, being brought to you by the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, and talk to Miss Anna Pounds, another member of the PTK, a recipient of the Coca-Cola Leaders of Promise Scholarship. And Anna, first off, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
So I tried to prep Anna before the interview, and every time I tell her something, she just had that, hey, I know what I'm doing look on her face. So I'm excited about this interview. Anna, first off, kind of introduce yourself to the audience and where you're from, what your major is, and maybe some of the plans for the future.
So my name's Anna, of course, and I'm from Belmont, Mississippi. I'm an accounting pre-law major, and I plan to transfer to Ole Miss, get my Juris Doctorate, and eventually be a U.S. Attorney for the Department of Justice.
Okay, I've got to stop interviewing PTK students because we have pre-med, and you're the smartest person in the room right now. And it's just me and you in the room right now. But wow, that's just impressive. Okay, so let's talk about this Coca-Cola Leaders of Promise. $1,000 scholarship. Only 200 of those have been distributed. So $200,000 of that going toward, $1,000 of that going towards your education right now. So just talk about that scholarship, the process of applying for it, and what it means to you.
So it's a PTK application that you do, and it encompasses several different scholarships. You know, you apply from all of them at one time, and you know, whichever one you get picked for, if you get picked, so you have a bunch of different questions to do, you know, several different ones about your activities, what you're involved in, and kind of like what PTK has done for you. But it's a very complicated application, but if you invest yourself in ICC and in PTK, then you definitely stand out.
Absolutely. So it's one of those that the $1,000 at that time, the return on investment was easily worth your time and effort in that. So I'm just going to go over then the questions that they ask, and I'll ask you. So what are you all involved in here at ICC?
So I'm Secretary of Political Science Club, very involved in that, and I'm a member of Sigma Kappa Delta, which is the English Honor Society here. I'm VP of Leadership, of course, for Phi Theta Kappa. Right. I'm also a supplemental instruction leader for Comp 1 and Comp 2, and And I think that's about it, but that's what I'm involved in so far.
Okay, so again, you're just making me feel less and less intelligent here as you obviously do a lot of great things for the college. So PTK, it's bigger than a lot of people realize, and it's a very, very great program that gives you a solid foundation to build on for the future. Why did you join the PTK?
Well, for me, like, everybody that's in PTK is extremely competitive. You know, you're either in the honors college or you expect the best out of yourself. You want, your grades are normally pretty high, and the people that you're surrounded by, you push each other. You bring out that good competitive spirit that makes you want to do great in school. And you're all motivated. You all have future plans. And I think I just wanted to be surrounded by all those other students. And, I've really met a lot of friends that have the same ambition that I do being in PTK.
And I'm a competitive guy. So, it's a friendly competition. So
yes.
When you have those type people that push you to be the better version of you, that has to be a great feeling of knowing you're surrounded by like-minded individuals.
Oh, yes. Like the people you had on here earlier, they've become some of my best friends, and, we compare notes on, what scholarships we're applying for, what internships we're doing, and I know it's really great because I get to compare and be able to see how can I better myself according to what they're doing, and I know, they have the same values and strengths that I do, so it's great.
All right, so say there's a potential student watching right now that might be saying, I don't know if I want to go through all this with PTK. If they don't know, then they probably don't know the benefits of being a part of the PTK. What would you tell a prospective student that might be on that fence of thinking about joining PTK?
I would say definitely push yourself to be in PTK because, of course you have the fee that you pay, but, if you want to transfer and graduate without any student debt, it's and not just, transferring and having scholarships, but, another big part of PTK is fellowship. You're going to make all those great friends, and you're going to, and especially Miss Lowe, Miss McCormick, Mr. Humphreys, they're, they expect more out of you, and they're gonna give that back to you. So if you need anything, they will make that call and make sure it happens for you.
Now, one of the biggest stresses for students is the financial side of college.
Yes.
And you kind of touched on that. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Right now with the PTK scholarships you have, and then the Coca-Cola Leaders of Promise scholarship as well, that has to take a great deal of stress off your plate, because you've already got enough being an accountant major, having to deal with numbers. But just talk about that relief of knowing that school's paid for, maybe some of the other financial sides of saying, an apartment, or want to go out and eat one night or something like that. That has to take a lot of weight off your shoulders.
Of course, not having to worry about, I have to work an 8-hour shift tonight just to get, just to be able to. I don't want to have student loans, so I've got to work during school. It gives you more time to, worry about your grades, get involved in the campus, invest yourself, than having to think, oh no, I've got to work, and it's just, to me, it's easier. You have that one application, you really pour all you can into it, and you get that investment, and it's a huge weight off your shoulders.
And I think a lot of people too, I think it's just over $100 membership fee to the PTK. And it goes back to saying, would you really willing to invest this time to get this? Well, if you look at the transfer scholarships, anywhere from $8,000, maybe $6,000, maybe more, that return on investment, you can't beat it. So just talk about just knowing that going forward, you keep your grades up, you keep working hard as a student, going forward, you'll still be able to keep that burden of student debt off of you.
Oh, of course, especially, our great institutions that we have, like 4-year institutions that we have here. They offer amazing scholarships to Phi Theta Kappa students. They're completely invested in us, and they want you to come there because they support Phi Theta Kappa. And you pay your $100 fee once, and you're good. You don't have to worry about it again, and you don't have to think, oh, where's my money coming from at Ole Miss? Oh, well, I need to take out a student loan.
Right.
So it's huge. It's especially with your parents, they don't have to even think about that because you got it covered.
Yeah. And that's got to be a good feeling for your parents as well, but more importantly for you, because you know that you're taking that burden off of them as well. Just talk about that, and just, and your hard work is not only benefiting you, but benefiting your family.
Of course, my parents are both, blue collar, very hard working. My dad works a very hard labor job, and I know, he gives me all the opportunities I can, and I think that pushes me to work as hard as I can, because I don't want, whenever I get in my career, I want to be able to pay it back to my parents,
right.
For everything that they've given me, all that they've supported me. And, I think that I should make the best of the opportunities I have being so young, so I can give the same to my parents when they're older.
And I know your parents are extremely proud and grateful that you have that mindset, because, hey, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to pay our blessings forward. So, Anna, before I let you go, this is a question I always like to ask everybody. And if you need a second to think about it, feel free, but you don't, because, like I said, you're ready for this interview. What does ICC mean to you?
For me, ICC means tradition. My sister went here, and she loved it. She thought, her teachers were, they were, just amazing. They were top of the line here, and they gave her the best foundation to transfer to Ole Miss and to get into grad school. And for me, I wanted that. I wanted the same friendships that she made. So I think that there was no other option for me than ICC, because I knew it was a great place, and surrounded by friendship and, tradition and excellence here.
Well, and I love it. Every time I ask that question, I get kind of a different answer, and it's great to see ICC through the eyes of other individuals. Well, Anna, I appreciate the interview today, and congratulations on all the great things you're doing through the PTK and being a great steward of Itawamba Community College. So, hey, we're going to have you on again some other time.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more of the ICC Hour on Super Talk Mississippi right after this.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunies here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom, or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renaissance Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renaissance app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it, and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. review, and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenaissanceBank.com or download the Renaissance Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by the best bank in the South, Renaissance Bank. Visit RenaissanceBank.com to learn more about their outstanding banking options. Also visit RenaissanceNation.com for the creative side of Renaissance Bank, including the always viral SEC short videos and much, much more. Now, it was a big week in ICC Athletics last week, especially for the women's soccer team on Tuesday. The day started out with freshman keeper Anna Wesley Driscoll earning her third MAC JC Keeper of the Week honors, and Lee Adams had a chance to catch up with Driscoll and Coach Strother about the honor.
And Wesley, third time getting Keeper of the Week from the conference. Just talk about what that means for you to get that so many times.
Just like the past few times, it's a huge honor, and I'm really thankful. But again, I really wouldn't be here without my teammates, my back line, helping me in front of the goal. So I'm just really thankful for them and this opportunity.
Now, last week you were able to get 17 saves. Just talk about some of the process there, the work you put in, and the way you were able to grab those saves last week.
Well, in practice, my teammates are pushing me every day to get better, and so when it comes time for game day, I just work hard and try to make the saves that I can.
Coach, big day for the program again with Anna Wesley getting Keeper of the Week for the third time from the conference. Talk about what that means to your program and to her.
Oh, it's just another great honor for her. It's just been a continuation of what she's been doing the past few weeks. This is now her third award, so third time's a charm. We can also say just a hat trick here as a goalkeeper. And so we're excited for her, as we have been the previous two times. But it's also just an understanding of what she's trying to do within this program, where at the end of the week, she's not looking for these awards. It's certainly not a personal recognition she's striving for, but it is an acclamation of what we're doing defensively. It just shows that what we're doing the right way. Our back line's getting more and more comfortable and more confident because of her every single game, and it's just a great testament to how we've been striving over the past month.
On that day, the Lady Indians picked up their 9th straight win of the season when they upset 17th-ranked Holmes 3-2 to move into a tie for the North Division crown. Freshman Ashley Stevens scored the game-winning goal in the 83rd minute to help the Lady Indians pick up the win. Lee Adams talked with a few of the Lady Indians and Coach Strother after the match.
Division game. Y'all were able to combine for a goal there with the assist. Just talk about that cross from Allie. Talk about that cross that you gave Grace to get the header.
Yes, I saw the defender standing flat, so I just took a touch to my left. I kind of blindly just hit it in, and Grace was standing in a perfect spot. Just headed it behind her, got it over the goalkeeper, and we got the goal.
All right, Grace.
Awesome.
All right, Grace, tell us about your vantage point of it to get the goal.
I was just standing there. I saw Allie got the ball, and she played a great ball in. I wanted it so bad, and I just got up there, and I just tried my best to get it in, and it worked.
All right, now let's talk about the win. Big North Division win. It's their first North Division loss. Just talk a little bit about that and the 9-game winning streak that you guys are currently on. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm really proud of this team. I mean, nobody knows how hard we work in practice every single day. We bring it. We don't get days off. We don't get time off really to do like everything we would want to. But it's awesome just to spend this time with them and seeing how much we've grown since the beginning of the season. Losing 3 games that we probably should have won, and coming back having 9 straight wins and knocking off Holmes too. We said we wanted to beat them before we graduate, and this is awesome.
Yeah, this is a great team win. I'm so proud of the way everybody played, everybody who went in and even didn't go in, like our injured players, everybody stepped up. And it's just a great team win, and this is a huge win for us, and I'm just so happy about it.
All right, Ashley, big win today over a good Holmes team. Big North Division win. You got the game-winning goal there. Just take us through that a little bit, how you picked up the rebound to put it home.
Oh, it was awesome. We worked so hard these past few weeks, and I have an awesome team behind me helping me. We've came through some tough challenges, and it's just awesome getting the goal because I did it for everybody here, and it was just awesome.
Big win today, 3-2 over number 17 Holmes. Just talk about your girls' effort to be able to pick up the win.
It's the word you use. I think we've talked about it numerous times before in interviews. It's just effort, man. It wasn't pretty at times, not by us and not by Holmes. It was scrappy at times, but that's the MAC JC. At any given time, an opponent can test you, and we knew it was going to be testing. I mean, they're a good team. That's why they've been number 1 in the North all the way up to this point. And so just the way that we fought, went through some things, got caught in moments, and still stayed resilient. It's just a tremendous way to show that what we've been working on for the past 2 months is paying off. And so it's 9 in a row now. Who would have thought that going back to the end of August? But it's 9 in a row now, and we know that we can continue to control our own destiny one game at a time. And we just now have to rest up and get healed up and be ready to go again on Friday for Hines.
The men's soccer team completed the sweep of Holmes with a 4-0 win over the Bulldogs in the nightcap. Clayton O'Daniel had a pair of assists in the match, and Alex Box collected 3 saves in the shutout. And it was a win that helped secure a spot in the playoffs for the North Division leading Indians. Again, Lee Adams got a few interviews after the win.
David, big win today over Holmes, clinched a playoff spot. Talk about the game today, how you guys played to get the win, and how it feels to be heading to playoffs.
Bueno, la primera parte ha sido un poco difícil, pero al final lo hemos sacado adelante. La segunda parte hemos jugado mejor, hemos combinado mejor y con las paredes y tal, al final lo hemos sacado adelante con un 3-0 y nada, contento por la victoria.
Talk about the game today and talk about how you guys played to be able to get the win.
We came out a little rough in the first half, but we picked it up in the second half. We played smart passes. We really just worked together and fuss and just came out on the win.
Just talk about the game, how you guys played and how it feels to be heading to playoffs already.
Yeah, we're really excited, once again, clinching a playoff spot nice and early so that we can kind of be comfortable in that. We've got a big game on Friday, obviously, at Hines, but, really excited about the result. The way the game went, the first half, we had total control of the game, but we were just failing in the final third. We talked about it at halftime, and we really got some things going, and I think that's why we got a bunch of quick goals. We almost scored like 30 seconds in, so, great halftime adjustments by the boys, and, we look good. I'm happy we got the big win, so, on to the next one. Hines is usually the toughest place to play in the league for us, so we're looking forward to the challenge and see what we can do.
On Thursday, the football team picked up a 27-21 win over Holmes on homecoming. Barry Flowers had 9 receptions for 150 yards, while Hiram Wallaton rushed for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns on 19 carries. Clark Mills passed for 309 yards and had 6 yards on 1 touchdown on 9 carries in the win. Jordan Smith had a chance to catch up with Coach Sean Cannon after the win, part of the Renaissance Bank postgame report.
Anytime you can be here under the lights at home, homecoming night, and get a win. I know a lot of coaches don't like playing that homecoming game because there's so much that surrounds it. Get that win tonight, though, against a good Holmes team. That's big for you.
Yeah, they had a big win last week coming out beat Northwest, and we knew they were going to be ready to play. A good football team over there. They played 3 of the top teams in the South in their first 3 games. And then go and beat Northeast and beat Northwest. It's a good football team, but our kids just found a way to make things happen in battle, and we found a way to win.
I know you brand yourself as a defensive coach. You got some background coaching the defensive side. I thought from the get-go, the way you came out, you defended that triple option, and that's a difficult thing to do. I thought specifically the linebackers strung that thing out for the majority of the game, east and west, and they did what you coached that thing.
Well, anytime you play this offense, it's so hard to simulate it during practice, and that's what I told the kids all week. We kind of work the plays, but we're not going to run it like they're going to run it in a game. And I thought our kids handled that. We give up the first thing I told them all week, don't give this team a 2-play drive, and that's what we did on this first drive. They caught the reverse on us, and we just took a bad angle, and kids are all, and they got us. Good call on them, but I thought the way we got the turnovers, and that's what I told them all week. If we can just minimize, let them drive the ball. Eventually they're going to turn the ball over, and what a huge turnover down here. And then at least we got the ball out from the 4 out to the 50 to give us better field position. I thought the offense, that was probably our play of the game, to be honest with you.
Felt like offensively came out on that first drive tonight. At times you may have struggled to find that rhythm you want to find offensively as a coach, but he set the tone, and to be honest with you, pretty much able to do what you wanted to do there early on in the football.
Yeah, I thought we knew we could throw the ball on them just because they had, they were blitzing defense. We felt like they had some holes where we could hit them, and we should have been up 28-7 at half. We dropped the 2 touchdowns there wide open, and those kids got to come down with those plays. But I thought answering them after halftime was huge, and then and then they hit some plays on us. That you get to focusing so much on what I got to do and look up, and the other guys got the ball, and that's kind of what happened on that one. But give our kids credit. We found a way to battle, run the clock out, and stop the Hail Mary and get the interception. So great win overall.
The last phase being special teams, it has a different feel for you as a coach when you got your kicker out there. Skylar came out tonight, but he did his job better than he had all year.
Yeah, I hadn't had him for 2 weeks, and he kicked yesterday, and in practice, I got coach. I was watching him kick there, and And credit Benson coming there and knocking one in the end zone there. And I thought our coverage was good. I mean, good coverage here on the punt to pin them down here inside. And but that's one thing we work on. We work on our special teams. We take pride on being good in those. So, but all three phases played good enough tonight to win. Did we play perfect? No, but we found a way to win. These wins in this league are very, very hard to come by.
One more home game next Thursday night right here. Good crowd tonight for homecoming. Don't we need the same thing next Thursday night?
Oh yeah. It'll be the last time these sophomores will play on this football field, and so we want to send them out a winner. We're going to have a tough Mississippi Delta team coming in, and I think they play this weekend. So we'll have a little more time to prepare for them than they got to prepare for us because they play on Saturday. But last time here, we got to make this thing special. But I'm glad our homecoming crowd got to see this tonight because that was huge for them. Appreciate it. Thank you.
The women's soccer team punched their ticket to the playoffs with a 5-0 win at Hines on Friday. Freshman Ashley Stevens capped off an impressive week with a pair of goals in the win. The win was the 10th in a row for the Lady Indians and set a new record for most wins in a season with their 11th this year. The men's soccer team dropped a 3-2 decision to Hines in the nightcap, but they are still leading the North Division. Irvin Rodriguez had a goal and an assist, while Lando Nichols added a goal in the loss. The golf team finished 5th in the ICC Invitational held at Riverbirch on Friday and Saturday. Connor McElroy finished tied for 4th after carding a 270 on Saturday for a two-day total of 146, which is 2 over for the tournament. McElroy also earned a spot on the all-tournament team with his top 5 finish. Now let's take a look at what's coming up in ICC Athletics this week, presented by our friends at Little Caesars. Of course, weather pending being the key word this week, as we're finally starting to get some cool temperatures, but also some rain in the area. So you want to be sure and follow Let's Go ICC on Twitter or visit letsgoicc.com for any potential schedule changes. Now, of course, this show is pre-recorded, so at the time the show was recorded, the soccer teams were scheduled to travel to Decatur to take on East Central today for a pair of North Division matches. The Lady Indians are scheduled to start at 1 o'clock, and the Indians are scheduled to follow at 3. Now, there'll be no broadcast for the matches, but you can keep up with all the action on Twitter by following us at Let's Go ICC. Thursday night will be the final home football game of the season for the Indians as they take on Mississippi Delta at 6:30. It'll be sophomore night, where we'll honor sophomore members of the football team, cheer squad, and the ICC All-American Band. Now, if you can't make it to Fulton, you can listen to all the action right here on Super Talk Mississippi, starting with the Davis Ford pregame show at 6 p.m., or you can watch on letsgoicctv.com, the Red Channel. And to wrap things up this week, Friday the soccer teams will host Northwest at 1 and 3. The matches are scheduled to be available on letsgoicctv.com, the Red Channel. Again, weather pending if the matches are being played. Now, if it is raining that day and the matches are still being played, we won't be able to get our equipment out in the weather, but we'll keep you updated again on Twitter. Just follow us at Let's Go ICC. Now, speaking of social media, you can also follow Let's Go ICC on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook to keep up with all the great things our student athletes are doing and keep informed on all 11 intercollegiate athletic programs here at ICC. One thing I do want to remind you about that's coming up in the near future is going to be our volleyball tryouts. The volleyball tryouts are set for Friday, October the 18th on the Fulton campus. You can register online just by visiting the volleyball page on letsgoicc.com. The cost is $25. You'll need to complete the online recruiting questionnaire, and you'll need to also bring a current copy of your physical, and you'll have to sign an ICC waiver for the tryouts as well. Check-in will be at 2 o'clock. 2:30 will be a presentation and a campus tour. The tryouts will start at 4, and then there will be a dinner held at 6:30, but that will be optional there. And again, that's tryouts for the first ever women's volleyball team here at ICC, Friday, October the 18th. Visit letsgoicc.com, the volleyball page there for more information. Now, we'll be back to wrap up the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank right here on Super Talk Mississippi right after this.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do, and we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance. supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza, pizza.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Nah, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche. Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with the Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Car Hop Classic for just $2.99 is the perfect 1-2 punch of flavor and value.
Time that.
You need a trainer to help you eat the burger?
Hey, stay out of this.
Don't get in my head, man. There's barely room for me in there.
Hurry in and try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or 6-inch Philly plus tots for $2.99.
My mom never let me eat this much cookie dough.
What would she say if she saw you eating this big scoop cookie dough blast?
I don't know. Why ask her?
Don't tell your father.
Oh, naughty, naughty.
Hurry in and scoop up our new cookie dough treats. Try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Bespoke is a word that comes from the clothing industry. It's a European term, and it meant originally to be spoken for. In Mississippi, I say it's a fancy word for made from scratch. My name is Josh West.
Nick Weaver.
Our craft is bespoke denim. Blue Delta Jean Company is a bespoke denim manufacturer. We make everything in Tupelo, Mississippi, and we ship jeans around the world.
We're reintroducing the South and most of the U.S. back to raw denim.
There's a lot of verbiage out there about custom, made to measure, bespoke. We say bespoke because we truly are making a fully customizable jean. We use the best fabrics in the world. We buy from all over. We make everything in the United States right here in Tupelo, and we bring the customer in on the design process.
That is what separates us from other jean companies, that we're making a personal pattern. So we do have the Oxford Studio where you come to get measured, and you pick out your fabric, your fit, your cut, and your thread.
You'll notice we do a lot of athletes. These guys are really tall, these ladies are really tall, small waist, really big thighs. They can't find jeans that really fit them that are aesthetically pleasing. I started noticing that we had a resource here that not many places have, which is talented seamstresses. It's an art that's dying in the United States of America because so much garment has gone overseas. When I noticed that resource, I started building a business plan around that.
He said, hey, we can make custom jeans in North Mississippi.
When the numbers made sense, that's when I called Nick, because I knew I could figure out how to make the product, but I needed somebody to help me sell the product.
We wrote it down on the game plan, and we're still executing it today.
The first step is somebody getting fitted, and that can be with one of our partner stores or at one of our studios.
And we're taking, 13 to 16 measurements, whether or not you want a regular cut or a skinny cut jean.
And then the order comes to us electronically here in the factory in Tupelo. Johnson Benjamin has been our pattern maker since 2013. He drafts a pattern literally for that client. And then it moves on to Brian Baldwin. He does all of our cutting, and he tries to cut that jean within 15 minutes.
Every seamstress has a job that they do, and they're really good at it. You can watch a jean literally from start to finish go through the manufacturing process.
There is a really famous old jean company that can make a jean in 3 minutes.
It takes us about 3 hours to take a jean from start to finish. We're still a very small company. We're less than 20 people top to bottom. The thing that I think really sets us apart from a lot of other small batch denim companies is the people that we have. These people have worked, many of them in denim garment production for years and years and years. And we really do try to make this a family environment. Our lead seamstress is a lady by the name of Miss Sarah Ritchie. She was our first employee. She started in January of 2012, and she's now leading our sewing team.
Well, having over 100 years of sewing experience in a company that's very young was definitely to our benefit. People bought our jeans in the beginning because it was a good story. It was two guys trying to start something. But now they're rebuying because of our quality and our fit, and it's the people that make that happen. What we are offering is, more than just a jean. There are lifetime alterations, lifetime repairs. We have people send jeans back that are 2 or 3 years old because they've lost 10 pounds, we take them off. So what you're getting is something that I think people are, wanting more of. We're using cone denim from North Carolina. We're using Holland and Sherry cottons from Scotland. We are using the premium fabrics of the world, and we're doing it right here in Mississippi.
Our main goal has always been to be the best bespoke denim provider in the U.S. I think we've ratcheted that up to the best bespoke denim provider in the world.
Our work ethic, his plan, finding good people, finding the right people to make the product, it's a good recipe for success.
I don't think you can match the quality that we're putting out. So now we're working on how does this brand develop from here on out? What markets are we in? How are we getting the world in our jeans?
And that's going to do it for today's edition of the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. The best bank in the South. Visit RenaissanceBank.com. Don't forget about Renaissance Nation. Oh, and by the way, the what you just listened to about the Blue Delta Jean Company, that is one of the videos that we talk about that you can see that was presented by Renaissance Bank. So go visit RenaissanceNation.com for that. I do want to say a special thank you to today's guest of the show as we open up the show this week with Michael Nanney talking about the upcoming archery club meeting. Actually, the meeting was yesterday, but the archery club is just getting developed here at ICC. We also want to thank PTK member and Coca-Cola Leaders of Promise scholarship winner Anna Pounds of Belmont for stopping by the show as well. That wraps up our series on the PTK. We can go back and visit the ICC Hour to see those previous interviews, as well as you can go visit the Itawamba Community College YouTube page to see those interviews individually there. So that's going to do it for today's show. Again, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Don't forget to tune in Thursday night for football right here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9, starting with the Davis Ford pregame show at 6 o'clock as the Indians take on Mississippi Delta in their final home game of the year. And then join us right back here next week at 9:06 for the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. This has been ICC Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations Adam Gore. You guys have a great week. And as always, Roll Tribe.